Hello class, my name is Alexis Carabinas, just to reintroduce myself, and I'm making a module 2 reflection over the application section of this course. So the first question was to describe a recent situation where you installed or updated an application. I don't know if it's because I'm technically a millennial, but I update my applications on my phone at least once a month, sometimes more often. And that can come with its own challenges, sometimes none at all, sometimes little bugs. Bigger updates on the application can definitely have some bugs to it. There's a lot of complications depending on the service and the updates that you're doing. I don't know if it's different for different companies or different iPhones or Android users, but for an iPhone with Sprint, sometimes they can have its own applications. As to applications on the computer, sometimes I like hit cancel when it wants to update it right away, and that's mainly because I'm busy and I need to do something and I put things off typically, but I'm trying to get out of that. I guess some problems I would have on the computer is that it's definitely a time thing. Sometimes applications are really fast and other applications are very slow and I need to get things done. Or I always am a paranoid person where if I update something, then it will mess something else up on my computer and then I'm done forever. The question number 2 is, have I made a PDF before? No. I was scared to death to make a PDF. It sounds so complicated, and I figured, why can't we just use a normal document? But then after reading and listening to the video lecture on the website, it makes a lot of sense as to why PDFs are so necessary, especially in the education group or department, because other faculty in not only the school that I will be teaching at or other schools may not run on the same systems, and PDF is almost like a universal language that everyone can accept instead of getting a document that says you can't read this, you're not updated, or you're not on the same system. So I definitely will be using this in my career field. And even though I'm going to be an art teacher, I'm still going to need technology in my classroom a lot, especially when it comes to communication with the community that I will be in. I used Chrome instead of using the Qt PDF writer, and I, again, am very paranoid to download new things. I do a lot of research before I download them to make sure they're trustworthy. Granted, the website did make it clear that it was trustworthy, but I already had a Google Chrome downloaded on my computer to where I can save the document as a PDF, and it was really quick. For a PC, which is what I have, I found my website that we were supposed to do, and I clicked Control P, and that made it to go to the printer like I'm about to printer, but I had to save it to a PDF, and that seemed a lot simpler since it was already downloaded on my computer for the Google Chrome to just hit Control P, save it as a PDF. Makes a lot more sense than to download a whole new application, go through all those steps. Granted, could I have done it and it could have been simple? Probably, but saves me time. I have a lot of things to do. That's my point. This can definitely be used in the classroom in many ways, not only to share information with faculty, my community, to get the projects going on, because as we all know, arts aren't necessarily the most funded things in the world, and we need a lot of support from the community as much as we can. So communication in both verbal and visual, whether it's someone who speaks our same language or someone who's in our same community or around the world, I want to universally talk to them in a way that everyone can understand. And question number 3, have you ever used your webcam to record yourself and upload it to the internet? On my computer, no. On my phone, I take videos all the time and I save them and I upload them to social media as much as I can. Sometimes I don't, I just want to save them for myself. I was born in 97, so I come from the generation of VCRs and really heavy cameras. Granted, there was heavier before us. And so I got into the very early stages of current technology. And as that, I have a love-hate relationship with technology. It scares me. I know it's doing a lot of good and it does the world a wonderful thing. So far, I need to accept the learning process and get into things that, you know, as a teacher and educator, I need to understand, and I need to understand that learning all the time is something that I'm going to need to do. So as a student, I'm accepting that. Hopefully, as a teacher, I will accept it even more. Any challenges recording or uploading or pasting to the learning module system or LMS, whatever it is. Hopefully not. I think I'm over my time a little bit, but it's okay. I talk a lot and giving more people information. The video lectures were definitely helpful in the webcam and the YouTube era. I have no current issues as to thinking that I can't upload this, and if it is, then I'll be emailing you soon, Mrs. Miller. How would recording videos help in the classroom? I am new to this online classroom situation. I've taken it online before, but I've never had this much interaction with my class that I'm with. And sometimes I really need a visual on how to do things. So this classroom technology website is really good with the lectures. I wish we had more videos on how to use Blackboard, because Blackboard is actually very complicated. It has a lot of systems that aren't really necessary. You could do a lot of things in like one module in the learning system. I also came from Canvas at Barton Community College, and that is very user-friendly and way less complicated. So I wish we had a lot more videos explaining on how to do that. I know they do, but I feel like it goes into way too vague of detail, and I wish they would do it step by step, how to do things without having me ask a million questions. For students, for when I become a teacher, the students that are sick, I don't want to just hand them a paper and saying, figure it out. I want to have a video of me demonstrating this lesson so that way they don't feel bad when they are at home confused. I, as a kid now or as a growing adult and a kid back then, I hated missing school because I hated missing that much work. So when my teachers knew I was gone and missed me being in the classroom, knowing that they put my well-being first really made a difference. So I want to be able to demonstrate with videos. I want to have video lectures for kids who want to be more in depth. If they're too tired in my classroom, I get it. They need to get more sleep, but you never know their situation at home, and I want to be able to give them a way to learn even more. Or if they listen to the lecture but they still don't get it after I'm done, then they can check out this video on the main page or for that same module of what we're doing. So, I think that's it. Thanks.